What is going on, amigos? It's your boy, your bad hombre here in North Memphis, a friend Tinoco. And of course, I'm bringing you a special Cinco de Mayo edition of the North Memphis Musings. All right, so, I have witnessed some progress. And the progress is that more of us in Memphis, in Tennessee, the United States, understand that Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day. Woohoo! Okay, finally, our brains are going around the issue. And just as important, we understand it to be the victory of Mexico, of the elite Mexican cavalry over the French, who were looking to establish a protectorate in Mexico in order to pay back debts. Oh, sorry. Damn sombrero. Always in the way. That's why it's so crooked. Anyway, so the French came in to try and establish the little satellite state in Mexico. Well, why was this possible? Why was this possible? But I would tell you that we all seem to know, people are getting wind that this is not a big deal for Mexico, not that big of a deal. They are not necessarily, maybe in Puebla, in the city, and perhaps the state, but definitely the city, the capital of the state of the same name, of Puebla. Oh, by the way, Puebla is about an hour's drive east of Mexico City on the road to Veracruz, where Mexico is, where that's the most prominent point of invasion for the French, for the Spanish, for the Americans, okay? So Puebla is in the line of fire all the time when these invasions happen. But, okay. Battle of Puebla. I will tell you, though, as a patriotic American, we should be celebrating Cinco de Mayo. What? What, Heffron? Have you lost your marbles? No, I have not lost my marbles. This is consistent with everything that I have expressed as valuable and patriotic and honorable in this series and before the whole time. And I'll tell you why. Okay, so we know that the Battle of Puebla occurred, I think, 1863, 1864. What was going on? It was at the same time as the U.S. Civil War. Yes, the French were looking to interfere in Mexican affairs while the U.S. had its hands tied, trying to reunify and reintegrate the South into the United States. All right? Otherwise, the U.S. would have never allowed the French to come near Mexico, for damn sure. The Monroe Doctrine in full effect. What was the interest? Okay, they did not just want to establish a client state, satellite state, protectorate in Mexico and extract financial advantages for the French Republic. But they also wanted to ensure the victory of the Confederates. How was that? Listen, dumbass, okay? Mexico borders the Confederacy. France wanted Confederate cotton. France wanted a weaker United States unable to enforce the Monroe Doctrine. Okay? And they almost did it. Okay. The French eventually toppled the Mexican capital and established their puppet, an envoy from the Austrian emperor, his brother, Maximilian. Okay? So Maximilian was put as the head of state of Mexico in favor of France. France and the Austro-Hungarian Empire being allies in their respective world affairs. Okay? You with me? You with me? Okay. So, reestablishing monarchical authoritarian control in North America, which obviously was definitely palatable to the Confederacy in its authoritarian model. Okay, so, but one Benito Juarez, well, first of all, the French were routed at by Saragossa. If you see the name Saragossa in place names of the United States, well, that's who he is. He's the guy who led the cavalry's defeat of the French, and they gave him enough time for the Mexican government to escape, basically, and reestablish itself further north in Chihuahua. So Mexico is being operated out of Chihuahua, which is, of course, way north, near the United States, while there is an occupation of the main part of the country by the French. So Juarez, okay, here I have a lot of place names, including the city of Juarez across from El Paso. Okay, Juarez, who was the president, the first Zapotec Indian, by the way, Oaxaca fame, Oaxaca shout out, Zapotec, the first indigenous of any kind president of Mexico, led the rebellion and basically the continuity, and sought to reestablish the continuity of the Mexican autonomous leadership, and expel the French and the Austrian Archduke. Well, not the Austrian envoy. Guess what? They were successful. They were eventually successful. So definitely Mr. Saragossa and Mr. Juarez and President Juarez were very, very, very celebrated by Lincoln at the time, which they should be. Okay, and this averted the French from being able to resupply and support the Confederacy against the United States. Now, so what do you think? Is it just, do you like to go and celebrate? It's not just a reason to go out and drink like I'm going to, and celebrate Mexican tequila or Mexican food. Okay, it's not just because you like Mexican cinema, or you watch your favorite streaming shows on a Mexican-built flat screen, or you're a hoe, or you're going to be one this weekend, and you're going to have to take a Mexican-invented morning after pill, or you're going to go overboard on the sweets, and you're going to basically celebrate the Mexico's greatest contribution celebration, chocolate. Yes, look it up. Chocolatl is a Nahua word, the indigenous language of the Aztec and Mexica people, the greater Mexica people. All right. So anyhow, for all those reasons, and for the patriotic overthrow of colonialism and freedom of our very esteemed and endeared African Americans in this country, we celebrate Mexico. If you dive deeper, I promise you haven't had a drink yet. If you dive deeper into Mexican history, especially if you line up the timelines with United States history, you will see that the history is inextricably related. And this is one of the more dramatic examples thereof. Anyway, so this is your boy, a friend Tinoco, giving my parents' home country its proper due and honor in the affairs of my home country, the U.S. of A. Viva Mexico, viva the United States, viva Memphis. Take care of your obligations, and your obligations will take care of your rights. Bye.